SPY, QQQ, Dow Jones, new all-time highs, and one name that does not get a break. Hey there, Tamir from FIBONACCI-Traders.com here, daily market recap, like, subscribe, and let's see the charts. SPY closed the day with a new all-time highs, closed the day at the high of the day, 530, write it down, we are in new all-time highs, bullish continuation, and we will meet 540 and 552 together with these two blue trend lines inside time frame. Always zoom in and zoom out to get a better point of view, and look at this, we opened up with a strong gap to the upside. Now once we broke above the 527, we went all the way to 530. Now the 527 is the support, and then 524 above the 530. We will see 534 and 538 on the 65 minutes. QQQ, same thing, 1.6% to the upside, closed the day at the high of the day with a new all-time highs. Now the 445 is the new support. Next will be the 464 and 478. This is how it looks. We have Fibonacci, we have trend lines to show us the way to the upside, and next is this 464 together with this blue trend line above it, 478. Dow Jones almost 1% to the upside, new all-time highs. And yes, if you are still looking for that pullback, if you are still looking for that correction, you might be waiting for a long time, because bulls are here, bullish on all time frames. Next on the Dow Jones is the 406 and then 414 to the upside. This is how it looks. All we need is Dow Jones breaking up and inside this blue trend line, this blue uptrend channel, and then the way to 414, 423 is open. IWM with 1.25% to the upside, broke above the 207. The 207, look left, very difficult resistance. Now broke up and above. Now the 207 needs to hold the support. Next is the 212 to the upside. Bitcoin, for the time that I'm recording this video, let's clean the chart a little bit. Bitcoin yesterday gave us a super bullish 7.5% to the upside, finally broke this downtrend channel. Now we can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and look at this, where Bitcoin is now at the 618 Fibonacci retracement. This is not surprising, it's not magic, and it's not coincidence. Everything follows Fibonacci and trend lines. Now the 618 Fibonacci retracement, the 66,500 area is the resistance. Pullback, retesting the 50% retracement at the 64,600, and then maybe next leg up. But overall, we are still not out of the woods, because one candle, and it doesn't matter how big and how strong it is, does not change the overall sentiment. And the overall sentiment, the trend on Bitcoin since beginning of April is still to the downside. Bitcoin still needs to prove itself. Ethereum, for the time that I'm recording this video, 0.8% to the downside, still inside the yellow trend, downtrend channel. We can take this channel a little bit tighter like this, and as you can see, we are still inside a downtrend channel until proven otherwise. Now you can take also Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and as you can see, Fibonacci gives us all the support and all the resistance for future price action, and Ethereum is still under a selling pressure. Magnificent 7, the MAGS ETF, new all-time highs, finally broke above the 50-50 area. We have been talking about this 50-50 area, the 40-50 area, sorry, for a long time now, and now finally broke up above. Now let's see continuation towards this up blue trend line. We can take also Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, Next resistance is the 41.13 and then 42 to the upside. Like, subscribe, don't go anywhere. We have a lot more to talk about. All the magnificent 7 components and many more interesting setups. So don't go anywhere. Like, subscribe. Let's grow this channel together. And if you want to take your trading journey to the highest level, elevate your trading and become a professional trading, how I look at chart, learn how I look at charts, how I trade what I see on any time frame, whether it's short, long, and anything that you want to trade, ETFs, futures, Bitcoin, stocks, whatever you want. Check the links in the description below. Choose one path to your financial freedom. We continue with the SOXX, the semiconductors ETF. Where are we now? At the 230 Fibonacci retracement. Look at this. We take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. Everything surrounds Fibonacci. Yes, price follows Fibonacci into the future. For the left, for the past, I don't need anything. I can look with my eyes and see where price came from. My problem as a trader is where price might be heading next. This is why Fibonacci traders, we use Fibonacci and trend lines. Look at this. We have this trend line over here, broke to the downside. Now SOXX above the 231, where SOXX might be heading next? To this blue trend line. Once again, this trend line was support for the higher lows. Now it will become resistance, like a magnet, but it's a good resistance because it's like magnet for higher highs. Above the 240, we will see 251. Now the 224 is the support. KRE into this uptrend, the higher border of this uptrend channel. Now let's see, the KRE needs to hold above the 50-50. This area from resistance to support. Let's see, bounce, and then going into this gap at the 52.30, closing this gap, because we know that more than 85% of all gaps will get filled. Look at Apple, super bullish, 1.22% to the upside. Now we can take also the FTI, the Fibonacci Traders indicator. It will give us everything that we need for future support and resistance for price action. And now above, let's do it a little bit tighter so we can get more levels to the upside. And as you can see, above the 190, we will see 198. We broke above the uptrend line. Now the 184 needs to hold as support. Mara, 11.8% to the upside. Finally broke above the yellows on the 1842. Now let's see continuation all the way to 2280, the upper border of this short-term bounce. Microsoft with 1.6% to the upside, just inch away from new all-time highs on Microsoft. Bullish on Microsoft. Next resistance will be new all-time highs, and then 440 and 454. We can take also trend line, and this trend line will help us understand where Microsoft is heading until it will reach this trend line, 440, and then we can expect retesting the 430 before the next leg up, going into 454. AMD, 4.25% to the upside, trying to get back inside the yellow zone. Now the good side, the good news on AMD is it's trying to break free from this downtrend channel, downtrend line. And if you are a pattern trader, pattern seeker, we can see some kind of inverted head and shoulders that can take us all the way to 170 and 177. But you know, Fibonacci traders, you know me, we don't rely on patterns because patterns are not reliable. The only thing we need to do is learn how to read price action multi-time frames, because this is the universal language of the market. And if you want, you can put the FTI in your chart. This is the ultimate translator for this universal language. AMD, next resistance will be the 164 and then 170 to the upside. The 170 will be the next major resistance. Just look left. It was support over here, resistance over here. So by natural things of price action, 169, 170 is the next major resistance on AMD. Meta still struggling with this blue trend line. You know this blue trend line, we drew it few days back. Now this gap still open, closing this gap, touching in the 486. 486 will be a very tough resistance. Just look left. As traders, we need to look left to trade right. You heard me. Look left, trade right. By looking left on Meta, you can see that the 488 area is a very important area. It was resistance, became support, broke to the downside. So by natural things of price action, the 486, 487 will be a very difficult resistance. Amazon, still nothing much on Amazon. No price action whatsoever. Very difficult price action since beginning of May. Now all we need is Amazon basing above the 186. I want to see Amazon closing the week above 186, and during the weekend going into Monday we will reassess if there is anything long on Amazon. We can take this trend line above the 186, we will see 197, and then going into this blue trend line to the upside. Like, subscribe, don't go anywhere, because now we are talking about SMCI. Is it the time to buy SMCI? Now, as long as SMCI is above the 870 area, it's good to go long. Now, finally, we broke up and above this downtrend channel. We got ourselves bullish 3 out of 4 time frames. And now, as long as we are above the 870, we're good to go long on SMCI with 984 and 1070 to the upside will be the next resistance. Of course, everything that you hear and see on this video and in general on my channel is my idea. It's based on my knowledge, on my experience, but in the end of the day, it's purely my idea. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence. Nvidia 3.6% to the upside, inch away from new all-time highs on Nvidia. Next resistance will be the 966 and then 1000 incoming on Nvidia. Google 1.3% to the upside, holding strong and above the 170 area. Next, we are going into new all-time highs also on Google, 174 and then 181 and 190. Let me know in the comments below, where are we going into the second half of 2024? Where can we get SPY by the end of May? Did you sell in May and go away? Because if you did, ladies and gentlemen, I have some bad news for you. You just missed 6% to the upside, another 2%, and then we can expect some kind of a pullback at the 540 and the QQQ. If you sold in May and went away, you just missed almost 8% to the upside. Dow Jones, also same thing. If you sold in May and went away, 5.5% to the upside. This is the exact reason why I always say never follow blindly anyone on social media, because it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. The only thing that matters is price action. Learn to listen and read price action. Only then you will become your own indicator. Only then you will become a better decision making for yourself. Netflix continue to move sideways. The 617 area, very tough resistance as we can see in the past few trading days. But as long as Netflix is above the 602, we are good to go long. And now Tesla, ladies and gentlemen, everything goes up. Tesla goes down 2% to the downside, back inside the yellow zone. 168 is the support, below it 161, and then this gap at the 146, 147 area. And as we can see, the FTI, the Fibonacci Traders indicator, gives us mixed signals on the multi-time frames. We are still bullish on the weekly because we are having higher highs and higher lows on the weekly, but we are in a bearish trend on the daily. I want to see a weekly close, at least this week, above the 177 area, above the higher border of the yellow zone, and then during weekend, going into Monday, we will reassess. And when I say we, it's the Fibonacci Traders Discord. You're more than welcome to join us. The elite team of professional traders for day trading, swing trading, options trading, future trading, crypto trading, whatever you want, under one roof. So join today and start building your own confidence and start seeing results almost immediately. Anyway, Tesla to the downside until proven otherwise. MicroStrategy 15.9% to the upside. Now is the time to buy MicroStrategy. As long as MicroStrategy is above the 1380 area, we are good to go towards the 1615 and then 1760. But don't forget, MicroStrategy follows also Bitcoin. Bitcoin, for the time that I'm recording this video, look at this. This is the 4 hours chart. We can do also the 2 hours chart. In the past 8 hours, not much of a movement on Bitcoin. We can take now Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and above the 66,750, we will see 70 to the upside. The 65,550 needs to hold, otherwise back to the 64 and 63 to the downside. Once again, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, like, subscribe. Don't forget to check the links in the description below. Choose your path for financial freedom. Until the next video, stay safe.